Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. For those that are new, welcome. My name is Beth. I go by the username Be More Creative, and I am going to be talking mainly about cross stitching today. Firstly, before we get into anything, I just want to say a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It is the UK Mother's Day today. Well, it will be on the day that you're watching this. I'm currently filming on the Friday, but my videos go up every 2 weeks on Sunday at 10 AM. So I needed to pre-film this one as I have a busy weekend at work and I'm unsure if I'm going to have time in my break to film this. So I'm back with Floss Tube number 6 and it is March Madness. I have been loving this challenge. It has been so nice to get some feedback from you guys, have more of an interaction on my Instagram. I've been loving putting up the things for people to vote on and it has been absolutely amazing. So I want to say a big thank you to the Steel City Stitchers for sharing their bracket, for sharing their idea of doing this, because back in end of January, start of February, when I was thinking about what I'm going to do, I had no idea. And I am so glad that you put that video up, and it really helped to show a different way of looking at March Madness, and I absolutely love it. I will definitely be doing it again next year, and I will be taking the idea of a rotation and maybe incorporating that a little bit more into my stitching. So I've learned so much over the past kind of 2 weeks since the start of March when I started this. I set up my bracket. I did have to change a couple of things and I will go through all of that as we go through the projects. So I do have one finish, which I will be showing you. I'm going to do it a little bit out of order. I'm going to show you that when it comes up in terms of the bracket, because I have everything stacked next to me in the order that the bracket was in, and I'm just going to go through it that way. So I'm going to start off once again with my favourite. So my favourite of the past 2 weeks, firstly, has been the support from you guys. As I've said, over on my Instagram, I've been loving it. I've had so much feedback, been talking to a lot more people over there, absolutely wonderful. But also the support I'm getting on my videos. I cannot believe how many subscribers are tuning in. I can't believe how many people are watching this. It is absolutely amazing, and I just want to say thank you. As I've said before, I would classify myself as a newbie stitcher. I started in August last year, and the support that you guys have given me has been absolutely amazing. I really think that I found a hobby that not only kind of relaxes me and lets me deal with everything that's happening in my life and just gives me that time for me and self-care time, but also it's opened up the door to so many new friends, so many stitchy friends. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that as we move into the future, and hopefully we'll be able to do things like meeting up. I've met a couple of people who are fairly local, about an hour away from me, so hopefully when the world opens up again we can get together and stitch, which would be absolutely amazing. Talking about getting together to stitch, I managed to get a space on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch virtual stitches. I love it. On the 12th of May is my time slot. I am so excited to do it. Absolutely love it, because I've been considering seeing if anyone wanted to do a Zoom stitching, which I'm still playing with the idea. So if you would like to kind of consider getting together on Zoom once or twice a month and just having people to stitch with and chat about stitching, please let me know, because that will help me kind of decide whether it's something that I should look into a little bit more. But yeah, I love it. So I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait for May to come round. Also, May is my birthday month, so it's a nice special birthday treat for me. Really excited. One of my other favourites, I have quite a few favourites, but I got an email at the end of February to say there was a space open on the Chromatic Alchemy Fabric of the Month Club, which I had signed up for a while ago on their waiting list, and I got that email. I was literally running around squealing. I was like, finally I've got that, because if you've watched my channel, half of my projects, 3/4 of my projects are stitched on Chromatic Alchemy fabric. I absolutely love their fabric. So I'm super excited to be on their monthly club, and that is starting from April. So very, very excited about that. So I'm gonna stop waffling on about everything. I could catch you guys up for ages. I mean, the UK is still in a lockdown, so most of my news and life changes are all stitchy related. But if you would like to know more, if you keep up to date on my Instagram, I'm being more active over there on posting. It's b.morecreative. As always, the link will be down in the description box below. So if you'd like a stitchy friend on Instagram, you have an Instagram, make sure you check that out, and we can chat a little bit more on there. So let's jump into my March Madness bracket. So my first round was, and I don't have my tablet next to me to show you the pictures, so I will try and insert a picture on the screen. So round one was the summer season in chalk, which was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine, and it was by Priscilla, Blain and Hands On Designs. And this is all I got done, because some of these projects were on days that I was working. They came up on a Monday or Tuesday, which is when I really don't get a whole lot of stitching time. I think this had maximum about half an hour. So I managed to get this much done. I really love the design. I'm stitching this on 16 count black Aida, and I'm really struggling. I cannot see the holes. I've tried sitting in sunlight, I've tried putting a white pillow underneath, but I've really been struggling. I think as well it was on a day that I'm working, but where my eyes are quite tired from sitting looking at the screen. I am going to be restarting this at a later date and changing the fabric, because this one lost the this first kind of round. It lost that one, so this one's going away. I am going to be restarting this later on in the year on a different fabric. I think I could play around with the colours and make it really work for me. So that one is not going through to the next round. However, this one is, and this one, literally, this has had 2 days. And by 2 days, I think in total, this has had 15 minutes each day. Did not get very far on this. This one is stitched on, it's a Chromatic Alchemy. This one is called Haboob. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, I'll put it down. And it's an 18 count. So I'm just going to move a little bit closer to the camera. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous colour. This was just one of those little pieces that I think was already like, you know, when you can get one that's already been pre-dyed, so it's ready to ship. And I just picked up a couple of different ones. Absolutely love this. It's like, it kind of looks like a tea-dyed brown, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I only managed to get a little bit of stitching into the centre beehive, but this has been quite dense stitching. I'm not quite finished. I've got a couple more rows to go, but this one has actually made it through all the way until the final two. So this one went up against Summer Chalk and it won that battle, and then it went up against the next bee one, which I'll show you in just a minute. So this one, Be Happy, is through to the, I guess you would say, through to the final. It's got 2 more. So my next one actually ended up being my finish. So this is Quaker Clefs by Jardin and Prive, and I stitched this on 16 count, I'm sorry, it's all crumpled because it's been in my drawer, 16 count Aida Lambswool. I have quite a lot of Aida Lambswool in my stash, hence why I use it quite a lot. I use this one, Vintage Country Mocha, and 2 of the Country Cafes from the Permin range. So yeah, so this one was a completed finish, and I chose my own colours for this. I ended up going with some Weeks dye works that I had in my collection, because I wanted to use this Willamsburg blue and the Willamsburg red. So that is a finish. I'm not sure if I will have time to FFO, but when I finished that one, it automatically meant The one that was in that round went straight through, and that was the Bee's Portrait by the Little Stitcher, which has been a popular one the whole way through. I was quite surprised when this one lost to Be Happy, because everyone who was commenting absolutely loved this, but at the end of the day the other one went through. This one will be coming back out again in April, because I'm absolutely loving stitching on this. And I do apologise, I have been stitching this one in hand, so it is a lot more creased than my normal pieces, but I absolutely love it. I love the colours. I'm using all of the called for colours because the Little Stitcher has just this magic with her colour collection. So this is my the Bee's Portrait piece. I've stitched this on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha, and you can see all the, I'm hoping you can see the mottling on here, but my lighting today is terrible. I do apologise. It's a really grey overcast day, and the lighting in this room, I need to work on it. My ring light, all you can see is the glare off my glasses, and I cannot see without my glasses. So this is this piece. And I am quite sad that this one did get knocked out, because I was really enjoying stitching on this one, but it will definitely make an appearance in April when I try and work on these pieces a little bit more. So my next round was my Cottage Needleworks April. I'm stitching all of these on 16 count Aida Lambswool as well, and I'm picking my own threads out. Most of these are sulky. I'm just looking at the picture and kind of picking which threads I want to go with it. So that one went up against She Sights a Bird by Blackbird's Designs, which for a day, this was on one of my days off, so I did manage to get a fair bit of stitching on this one. I managed to get, let me fill this up a little bit more. I managed to get one row of the alphabets and the kind of berries at the bottom here. So that is She Sights a Bird, and this one, I was quite surprised about the results of this one. I would have thought people would have voted for the Blackbird, but April Cottage won. But I'm really loving how this series is turning out. Absolutely loving it. I love the colours of this, and I'm really excited next month to carry on stitching this one. There's 9 blocks in total. I'm currently on block 3. So that was She Sights a Bird, but the one that's going through from that is my April Cottage. So this one is up for vote again today in the new kind of bracket. It's up against my Celebrate Winter. So then I had, in my final round, I had Jardin, Prive, Be Happy and Smile. I do apologise for the state of my chart. I had it in a vinyl project bag that I'd bought from someone else. Now, I've never had an issue with the vinyl project bags I make, where if my chart is up against the vinyl, it never gets stuck, whereas on this one, the vinyl got stuck to the actual project. I'm not sure what happened, but this is how far I got. So I finished off the houses on the bottom and did the bottom white of the dress. So I have the filling of the dress and the different elements around. But this one did not make it through to the next round. So this one I'm hoping I will pull out again in April, because I forgot how much fun I enjoy stitching on this piece. I started this piece last year. I put it away thinking I didn't want to stitch on winter things. As soon as I pulled it out for this, I loved stitching on it, so I'm definitely going to go back. I think there's something about the Jardin Prive patterns, they're just so much fun to stitch. My Quaker old Clef was also a Jardin Prive. I have also got the Be You Just You of this pattern, which is kind of the sister pattern for the spring, so really looking forward to this. And I'm hoping that this is actually going to be like a 4-season piece, so I'm hoping there's going to be a summer and a autumn one. If that's already out, please let me know, or if you know anything about this series, please let me know down in the comments below, because something I've never really thought about until I've just thought that the Be You Just You was spring and this one, Be Happy and Smile, is winter. So let me know, because I will definitely pick up the other two if it is a series. And then my last piece, once again I do apologise, I don't have a photo. I'll put a photo up on the screen, and this is the Celebrate Winter Madame Chantilly, and I started this just before March Madness started for the hashtag Celebrate Chantilly sale, I believe. I will put it down below, which is by Megan from Georgia Girl Stitching and Evelyn across the pond. So I've mentioned those two amazing floss tubers on my channel before, so definitely make sure you check those out. And this is as far as I've got. So I've done the little berry part at the top, and I'm just starting on the ice skate. Once again, this is one that unfortunately fell on a day where I don't get a whole lot of stitching done, but this one is currently on my Instagram page on Friday, so it would have already finished. It's up against the April Cottage of the month to see which one goes into the final round. So I'm hoping that after filming this I'll get a little, sorry, I'm trying to hold all the fabric together, I will get a little bit of finishing done on this today. Not finishing, I'm nowhere going to finish, a little bit of stitching on this today, and we'll see. But if not, I will definitely be stitching on this in April, or hopefully March, because I'm waiting to find out. Today is the vote against, as I said, the April and the Celebrate Winter, and then whichever one wins that will be voted on to, I might actually put the vote up tomorrow for which one wins between April Cottage and the winner of this round. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to plan to do that, because I am not going to get a lot of stitching done this weekend. Monday and Tuesday, it's quite clear, because in my kind of stitching bullet journal I do a calendar of the month, and I can see on Monday, and I write down what I stitch on each day. Every time on Monday and Tuesday, unless I've got a shift change, which is very rare, I don't get any stitching done on those projects. So Monday and Tuesday is a little bit of a write-off, which I think I was a bit mean to some of these projects, because I could have manipulated it a little bit. So whips that I'd already had a lot of stitching on could have gone on the Monday, Tuesdays, rather than some of these new starts which have got barely any time to stitch on, because I have stitched on them, but they've only had practically 15 to 30 minutes. That's not much stitching time at all to see progress, but it's the way it worked. I loved the rotation. I'm still loving it. I'm waiting to see who the winner is. When I checked just before coming on to film this, April Cottage was in the lead, but I keep them going till 6 PM. It's currently nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's still got about 5 hours left, and anything can change. I mean, the other day my Jardin Prive one was well in the lead all the way until about 4:30, and then suddenly it changed and Celebrate Winter won it. So there's no telling who's going to win. It's been quite surprising. Some of the projects that I really thought was going to be popular didn't win, and didn't win by a landslide. But I'm kind of thinking it's the same as what I've done. I've kind of looked at, when I'm voting on everyone else's, there's two things I'm looking at. Which one are they closest to finishing? And which one do I think is going to be the underdog? So if they are both kind of on the same level, one is closer to a finish, I've tended to voted for that one. But if they are similar, I vote for which one do I think everyone else is going to ignore. don't know. It's just the way I've been thinking about this. So I'm thinking today's video has been fairly short, but I don't really have too much to say. I've just been loving this March stitching madness. Oh, I have forgotten, I have three shout outs. So I firstly want to shout out Kirsty from Crafting Kirsty. She has 3 videos that I think she only has 3 floss tubes out so far. She may have some more, I need to catch up. But I absolutely love it. On her last floss tube, and she actually left it as a comment on my channel, so thank you so much, Kirsty, for letting me know. She mentioned the pandemic sampler that I showed, that I started stitching, the smallest amount of stitching, I have not picked that up since, is actually, there's a hashtag going on and there's a sale, and the hashtag, it's been one hell of a year. So if you are doing the pandemic sampler, make sure you use that hashtag so we can all see what's going on. But check out Crafting Kirsty's video, because she will let you know more about who is actually running this and things like that. It's something that she's taking part in, but I'd never heard of the sale before I watched her video, so make sure you check that out. And in her last video, she showed the most gorgeous Rosewood Manor Language of Flowers. Absolutely stunning, and she's so close to finishing it. Like, I know that the designs are obviously a lot bigger than they appear on camera, but Kirsty, I cannot wait to see that finished. I cannot wait for that floss tube where you get to announce that that's finished, because that piece is stunning. She has also started enabling me, which I don't need much enabling, but she's been showing the Waxing Moon Designs monthly series. I have 3 monthly series that I've purchased for next year, and yet I'm going, I want the Waxing Moon one as well. Absolutely stunning. If you haven't seen them, obviously check out Waxing Moon Designs, but go check out her video and she will show you a couple of the ones that she's done. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm looking forward to when her next floss tube video comes up. A woman that I've mentioned quite a lot, Michelle from Mama Loves You GB. I think if you are in the UK, if you are in floss tube, if you have not seen this woman, you've been hiding under a rock. She is absolutely amazing. I love her videos, and she has just started an unfinished sampler series. Now, I am fighting everything I have not to abandon my March Madness and go and start stitching that, because she's found these unfinished samplers, I believe, on eBay. But what she's done is she's so generous. She's charted what has been stitched, and then she's offering that for free on her latest floss tube video. Well, from when I'm filming this, so it may be the one before, because I think her videos come out on Sunday, but I can't remember if it's every week or every 2 weeks, so I'm not sure. But if you check it out, you'll see it's one of her latest videos, unfinished sampler series, and my mind is just spinning. I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I have so many ideas. So I will definitely be stitching that in April, if not earlier. It depends. I'm sticking to my March Madness because I want to finish whoever wins. But then I definitely want to start this series. I've already pulled fabric for it. Like I said, I wasn't going to do anything for it. I've pulled fabric. I have an idea. I've started charting my idea. Probably why some of these pieces haven't been stitched on much is because on the day that I was meant to work on it, I've been working on that. But yeah, so I'm not actually going to start stitching it until my March Madness winner is finished or my goal is complete, because most of mine are finishes except for Celebrate Winter, which is just stitch as much as I can. I don't think I could finish that in the month, but I'm going to plan to try and finish it. So yes, definitely check out Mama Loves You GB, and if you are joining in the unfinished sampler sale, well, it's not actually a sale, but I'm making it. So the unfinished sampler series, let me know down in the comments, because I will definitely go and check out your videos or your Instagram, wherever you're going to post it, because I think it's absolutely amazing that she's doing this, and that sampler could just go any way. I mean, she mentioned one way she's doing it. I'm going a different way. I've already seen a couple of people that are going completely different colours. I mean, absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. And the last floss tuber I want to shout out is fairly new to me again. It's Kim from Cataloguing My Stitches, sorry. So Kim from Cataloguing My Stitches, absolutely amazing. I've been starting to watch her channel. I haven't actually kind of sat and fully watched her floss tube videos yet. She has a couple out, but from what I can see already, she stitches along the same lines as me, and some of her pieces are absolutely stunning. So I'm really looking forward to getting some time next week to try and catch up on some of these floss tube channels, and definitely the 3 that I've mentioned today. So I'm pretty sure that's everything that I have to say. I'm just rambling now. I'm absolutely starving. I need to go get some lunch because I'm going into work this afternoon. And I need to sit down and stitch on Celebrate Winter, which is a design I'm really enjoying. I'm just finding it a bit difficult to stitch winter pieces when all I can think about is Easter. But yes, I am enjoying them. I am loving the March Madness, so thank you so much for the Steel City Stitches once again. And I hope you all have a lovely Sunday. Happy Mother's Day and happy stitching. Bye guys!